Thank you for joining me. I'm Alex, and I want to talk about SolarEdge today. So what they do is they make inverters, mostly for solar panels, which means that any solar panel that is on the roof needs an inverter, and every solar panel in a big installation also needs an inverter, just that those are different. And they make inverters for electric car chargers as well. They make monitoring for solar and everything. So huge company for anything that involves solar without the actual panels. Obviously, huge growth market, and the market as a whole is going to continue to grow very much in the next few years. So obviously good sector to get into. Not necessarily all the companies, but a lot of them get lifted up by the hugely growing market. So current price $98.68, which gives them market cap of $4.9 billion. So definitely not a small company. Obviously 7% up in one day, very nice, but the market as a whole hugely up as well. Current dividend is 0. Don't expect that to change anytime soon, especially when they have such huge growth that they can invest money to. Revenue $1.4 billion, earnings $147 million, both up pretty huge. Revenue up 50% from the previous year, and the previous year's revenue is up 50% from the year before that. So they definitely know how to get that 50% growth rate. Current PE 21, forward PE, current PE 34, forward PE 21. So again, growing 50-ish%, something like that. Earnings obviously being a minor part in the overall growth, but no one really predicts the revenue growth, especially not on Yahoo Finance. So that's a problem for me, but earnings growth that big is obviously a very good sign. Total assets $1.5 billion, total liabilities $683 million, which gives them total stockholders' equity of $812 million. And even that is up 30-ish% from the previous year. So things are definitely going in the right direction. And it's rare to find such growth companies that actually have a decent balance sheet, a decent PE, and earnings. So overall, I would say that this is a very solid company in a hugely growing market that is themselves growing in a big way. And they have decent earnings, they have a good balance sheet, and overall, I think that this stock makes sense for a lot of investors. Obviously, mostly growth investors, but I think a case can be made even for a value investor. You have to look past the current PE, but I think the forward PE is much more important anyway. So if you can deal with a forward PE of 21, and obviously predictions right now don't really make sense because no one really knows what's happening right now. So we kind of just take their word for it, and we kind of just hope that things go back to normal in a couple years. But I think then we have a hugely growing company over several years, and I really don't think that they're going to have any problems dealing with the fallout of the current situation. So I think that I might be picking up a couple shares myself because I think that I definitely love the sector. I really like companies that are growing 50% per year. I like the balance sheet here, and I don't mind the PE. I think the PE is very reasonable. So I think that this is a pretty good buy for a growth investor, maybe a value investor, definitely not a dividend investor. So that's it from me for today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm coming out with more videos every day before market open. I hope you have a successful day.